Hello. In our next video, we're going to be taking a look at the manual matching and the BP net settlement functions within X3. Both the manual matching and the BP net settlement are tools within the system that allow for accounts payable and accounts receivable managers to marry open items together outside of the standard payment issue and payment receipt process. So one example of this function may be you have an open invoice on the account and you wish to marry a prepayment against that invoice, or maybe a credit memo is issued to the customer to clear out that open invoice balance. Both the manual matching and the BP net settlement functions can be utilized for that purpose. Okay, so let's first take a look at manual matching. If we come up under our financial menu, we're going to come to matching, then manual matching. In here, we'll go ahead and specify our financial site. In the account field, we'll specify if it's an accounts receivable matching or an accounts payable matching that we're doing. Then we'll specify the business partner. So in here, once I run the search, I basically have two views within this screen here. The current view that I'm looking at is a view of all unmatched or partially matched items. And the second view that I have here, if I come over and click on this match button, this is going to show me all the previous matches that have been performed within the system. So you'll see in here that the items, when they're married together, they're assigned a matching letter. Okay, so by taking a look at this, for instance, this match letter J, I can see that these three invoices are matched up against this payment receipt, and they all have a common match letter. And by virtue of that match letter being capitalized, that lets me know that it's a complete match. If I come back to this not matched view, you can see none of these have any matching against them. Okay, so in this case, if I wanted to marry a couple items together, say this invoice right here, invoice 21, and I wanted to marry that against this credit memo, I can click on this line and I click on that line, and I can see here that being that it's kind of a penny for penny match between the debits and the credits, those line items get highlighted in green. I can come over here to my right hand side and click on the matching, and that goes ahead and assigns it a capital matching letter set. Okay, so now this matching group AA, if I come over and clicked on my matched items view, that registers those items over in this view now. Okay, come back to my not matched. Let's show you an example here of a partial match. So for instance, if I had this invoice here and I wanted to match, or say this invoice right here for $1,000, and I wanted to match this payment receipt against it, I can click on this line and on that line, and you'll notice here that these two lines are still in red. They're in red, not green, because the debits don't equal the credits in this case. I can come over here, click on my matching, and it assigns it a matching letter. But you'll notice in this case it's a lowercase match letter, so that's telling me that this is a partial match situation. Okay, now if I ever want to unmatch whether it be a partially matched or a fully matched situation, let's actually do one of those. I'll come click on my matched view. Say I want to unmatch these two items here. I can choose either one of the two lines, click on the action button, come to unmatching, Gives me a little confirmation here. You wish to unmatch group AA. I go ahead and say OK. That clears the match. Then I can toggle back over to my view of not matched items, and I can see that activity back over here. Okay, so that's how you can utilize the matching function. Now let's take a look also at the BP net settlement. So back here at the main menu, I'm going to come to APAR accounting, come to open items, then down to BP net settlement. And again, I specify my company. In this case, I can perform a matching through the BP net settlement across all my financial sites. That's one advantage of it. Now, in addition to that, in the BP net settlement, it allows you to specify a pay by. Okay, so let me specify the pay by and run my search. Okay, so here's my register of all open items against this pay by. Now you'll notice here, if I scroll to the right, I have my the associated bill to that's associated with the invoice and the credit memo. So you can see in this case I have some invoices out there and some credits that are registered under a bill to that's different than my pay by. Okay, so where this can be of particular advantage to you is if your organization conducts business with say a large corporation, and you do billing to multiple subsidiaries of that corporation, and you run into cases where they send in a payment or a credit memo is issued to the parent entity, and you wish to match that credit memo against the invoices for multiple subsidiaries, the BP net settlement is the way that you can accomplish that. Okay, so from a matching perspective, you can see that it's much the same. So again, I have, say, this invoice right here for $1,500. I wish to match against the credit memo. I click the one light item. I click the next. Then once I have my item selected, I can come over here and click on post. And it prompts me to specify the accounting date of this matching. And I can go ahead and do an OK. And in this case, you can see it actually generates a journal entry in the system to perform the matching. Okay, so this is journal entry 009. Okay, so that's how you perform the matching function within the BP net settlement. So I hope this video was of help to you. If it was, I would ask you to please like and subscribe. And as always, if you have any questions, you can feel free to inbox me. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you soon.